an anteater named Arthur. Here's his front door, and there's Arthur. Let me tell you about Arthur. First, I will tell you what Arthur is like most of the time. Most of the time, Arthur is a kind, helpful, understanding, well-behaved, sensible, orderly, responsible, loving, lovable, altogether wonderful son. But sometimes Arthur is a problem. Not all of the time, mind you, just sometimes, and I will explain. I believe this is Arthur's mother. Sometimes Arthur doesn't understand. I don't understand, says Arthur. What don't you understand? I ask. We are called anteaters, right? Right, I answer. Why must we be called by what we eat? It happens that we are, I tell him. A cat eats fish, right? Arthur asks. Right, I answer. A bird eats worms, right? Right. A cow eats grass, right? Right, I answer again and again. But a cat is not called a fish eater. A bird is not called a worm eater. And a cow is not called a grass eater. Right? Arthur asks. Right, I answer. Then I shall be called another name. What will you be called? I ask. I shall be called Blian. But you are not a Blian, I tell him. Then I shall be called a Swale. But you're not a swale. Then I shall be called a Melephant. But you're not a Melephant. Then I shall be called a Brabbit. But you're not a Brabbit. What shall I be called? Arthur asks. You shall be called an anteater, I tell him. An anteater named Arthur. Sometimes Arthur has nothing to do. Why don't you call a friend, I suggest. Who? Arthur asks. How about William? William is not my friend. How about Thomas? Thomas is not feeling well. How about Patrick? Patrick is being punished. How about Bertram? Bertram is having company. How about Maria? Who? Maria. Maria is a girl. So I don't play with girls. Maria can throw a ball, I mention. She throws like a girl. Why don't you read a book? I have read all my books. How about playing some records? The record player is broken. You can work with your microscope. Oh, well, I did that this morning. He's bored. Well, I say I have one more suggestion since you have nothing to do, and I have much to do. You can spend the day helping me. Doing what? Asked Arthur. Well, there are things to be carried up to the attic. The shelves in the pantry need straightening. The garden could be weeded. And Arthur puts on his hat and his jacket. Where are you going? I asked. I think I will go and see what Maria is doing. Maria didn't sound half bad then. Sometimes Arthur's room is more than I can believe. Ooh, she doesn't look happy. Arthur, I exclaim, your room is more than I can believe. Arthur looks about his room. I don't see anything, he answers. Look at his bed. Whoa. You don't see anything, I reply. You don't see that your cover is on the floor, your pillow is on the bureau, your pajamas are under the bed, your best tie is hanging from the light fixture, and there are bits of paper scattered everywhere? Well, I was playing, said Arthur. I was playing magician. Are you a magician, I ask. Yes, Arthur answers. Are you a very good magician? Yes, I am a very good magician. Can you make things appear and disappear? Yes, I can make things appear and disappear. Very well, I say. How would you like to perform a magic trick for your mother? Well, I would like that, Arthur answers. What kind of trick? I explain the trick. I will leave the room. I will close the door. Later, when I open it again, I will want to see if, by magic, you have made some things appear where they should appear and some things disappear that should disappear. All right? All right, Arthur answers. Ready? Ready, says Arthur. Get set. Set, says Arthur. Go. I close Arthur's door. Oh, look what he's doing. He's picking up the papers. He's sweeping the crumbs. He's putting his bed back together. He put things in the closet and moved the chair back. Later, I open his door. Look, says Arthur, the magic trick worked. You are a good little magician, I tell him, and that was a very good trick. Sometimes Arthur is choosy. Breakfast is ready, I call to Arthur. Arthur comes down. What are we having? He asked. We are having ants, I answer. What kind of ants? The red ones, I tell him. Arthur makes a face. I pretend not to notice. Look at them, I say in my cheeriest voice. Aren't these the most beautiful ants you have ever seen? In all your life, I gathered them especially for you. Arthur looks and makes another face. Arthur, I go on, red ants are delicious and so good for you too. Don't you want to grow up to be big and as strong as your father? Have you watched your father eat red ants? More faces from Arthur. I have an idea, I say. How about if I sprinkle sugar on them? Red ants are simply delightful with sugar. Arthur shakes his head. A twist of lemon, perhaps? More head shaking. Arthur's being choosy. Arthur, red ants aren't exactly easy to come by, I remind him. You have to scratch mighty deep for red ants. Arthur begins to play with his spoon. You ought to at least try one, I continue. You will never know if you like something unless you give it a chance. Here, how about this one? Ugh, says Arthur, turning his head away. Very well, I exclaim, at last. Never mind about the red ants. Never mind that you're missing out on the world's tastiest, most delicious, most scrumptious dish. What will you eat instead? Brown ants, Arthur answers. Okay. Sometimes Arthur forgets. Goodbye, says Arthur, rushing off to school. Goodbye, I say. The door closes. The door opens. What did you forget? I ask. I forgot my spelling book, he answers. Up he runs, 2 steps at a time. Down he comes with his spelling book. Goodbye, says Arthur. Goodbye, I say. The door closes. The door opens. What did you forget? I ask. I forgot my sneakers, he answers. Up he runs, 2 steps at a time. Down he comes with his sneakers. Goodbye, says Arthur. Goodbye, I say. and the door closes. The door opens. What did you forget? I ask. I forgot my pencil case, he answers. Up he runs, 2 steps at a time. Down he comes with his pencil case. Arthur, I say to him, you will have to try to remember not to forget. Now stop and think. Do you have everything you need? Yes, Arthur answers. You're absolutely, positively, without a shade of a doubt, 100% sure now. Yes, I am absolutely, positively, without a shade of a doubt, 100% sure, he answers. Goodbye, then. Goodbye, says Arthur, and the door closes. Wait to see if it will open again. I am not disappointed. The door opens. What did you forget? I ask. I forgot to kiss you goodbye, he answers. Goodbye, says Arthur. Goodbye, I say. And the door closes. See what I mean about Arthur? The end.